Welcome to Wheelock's Latin, Chapter 8. In this chapter, we're going to learn about the third conjugation verbs. By way of a little review and a little preview, let's look at the four conjugations of verbs, two of which we've learned already. The first one, laudo, laudara, laudavi, laudatum, is characterized by an A in the infinitive. We see this A in the present, laudat, the future, laudabit, and the imperfect, laudabat. The second conjugation, for example, moneo, monera, monui, monetum, is characterized by a long E in the infinitive. We see an E, short or long, in the present, monet, the future, monebit, and the imperfect, monebat. You'll recall that the principal parts are as follows. The first principal part is the first person singular present active indicative, laudo, I praise. The second principal part is the present active infinitive, laudara, to praise. The third principal part is the first person singular perfect active indicative, laudavi, I praised. And the last principal part is the supine. We'll learn more about the supine in later chapters. For the third conjugation, ago, agora, egi, actum, let's look first at the infinitive. Notice that it has a short E as opposed to monera's long E. Let's look also at the first principal part. You'll notice in the second conjugation it's moneo with an E, but in the third conjugation it's ago without an E. The E shows up in some of the forms, but not all of the forms. So the present is agit, and you'll see variations of O, I, and U in the present. The future is aget, and you'll notice that this is a completely different way of forming the future than our first and second conjugations. There is no B infix. You see an E in the imperfect, agebat, and in fact the imperfect is going to look a lot like what you learned from the imperfect in the first and second conjugations. The fourth conjugation is characterized by a long I in the infinitive, audio, audira, audivi, auditum. We will learn this conjugation in Chapter 10. The I sticks around in most of the forms. Audit, you'll see in the present, audiet in the future, and audiebat in the imperfect. We'll learn those in Chapter 10. So let's look at the endings for the third conjugation. As I told you before, the present will switch between O's, I's, and U's. So ago, agis, agit, agimus, agitis, agunt. You learned that same pattern of switching from O to I to U when you learned the future of the first and second conjugation, bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitis, bunt. So now use that same vowel pattern in the present tense, ago, agis, agit, agimus, agitis, agunt. As I mentioned before, we're not going to use bo, bis, bit in the future. There is no B at all in the future of the third conjugation. Instead, we'll use an A vowel and then switch to an E vowel. So agam, ages, aget, agemus, agetis, agent. If you remember from a while ago, I told you that a vowel before a final T or a final NT is always short. That's why we have short vowels in aget and agent, but long vowels in ages, agemus, and agetis. Fortunately, the imperfect looks much like you know and love. All you have to know is that you use age for the stem. Then you add bam, bas, bat, bamis, batis, bant. As with the future, that short vowel before the final T is short. So aget, agent, agebat, agebant. The vowel before the final T and the final NT is short. Last up for this conjugation, let's look at the present active imperatives. The singular imperative is age, and the plural imperative is agita. So age has a short E, and agita has a short I. That word age is commonly used as an interjection that simply means, come on, and then you do the rest of your sentence. Before I leave you, let's look at the vocabulary from this chapter and decide whether it's second or third conjugation. So ago, agora, egi, actum has the short E in the infinitive, is third conjugation. Disco, discra, didici. Short E, third conjugation. But dokeo, dokeira, dokui, doktum, you see the EO in the first principal part and the long E in the infinitive. Therefore, that one is second conjugation. Duco, ducera, duxi, ductum, third conjugation. Gero, gerera, gessi, gestum, third conjugation. Scribo, scribera, scripsi, scriptum, third conjugation. Traho, trahera, traxi, tractum, third conjugation. And winco, wincera, wixi, wictum, also third conjugation. See you next time!